Bella Thorne receives death threats from Directioners.
Is Selena shading her ex in her new Kygo song?
And Justin Bieber is under investigation for punching someone.
All that and more on today's Rundown.
Today's episode of DHR is brought to you by Intuit TurboTax. Relax, there's TurboTax.
Camila Cabello is finally getting candid about leaving Fifth Harmony.
So candid in Billboard, but we're gonna first talk about, you guys, Bella Thorne getting death threats from Directioners, and it's not cool. Over a year after Wendy's hiatus, the Directioners are stronger than ever. So Bella Thorne, she commented on Louis Tomlinson's latest Instagram photo, writing, "Aww," and the photo is of Louis posing with his new girl group. Now, fans blasted Bella in the comments, even sending her death threats. This is according to Hollywood Life. And some trolls thought that Bella was trying to hook up with Louis, who is currently single. And one Directioner tweeted out, "Bella Thorne commented on Louis' pic. I'm literally gonna fight her. She needs to stay away from him." What? Just very fired up, very fired up.
Wow.
Here's the thing, Bella Thorne has been dating a lot of people in the last year or so, like a lot, more than normal, at least more than we normally know about in Hollywood. So that's a thing. And Louis is single, and you know, not all the One Direction boys are single, so it makes him super available to Directioners' minds. In their heads, they want to be with Louis. And so I understand that they're very passionate about this. But guys, that's not gonna happen.
Aw, like what are you taking from that? It's just one word.
I know.
She liked the photo. That doesn't mean anything.
But the voice behind the aw could mean all the difference.
That's
it could
true.
be like, aw, or ah. See? Like, what was the inflection in the ah? Will we ever know? But regardless, it's still an ah on an Instagram photo. Calm down.
Too much. Somebody else that's been under fire is Justin Bieber.
Of course.
Justin Bieber's past has come back to haunt him. Justin is now under investigation for an alleged assault that occurred in Cleveland 8 months ago. A Las Vegas man said that Justin punched him about 8 months ago and just has now filed a police report. 34-year-old Rodney Cannon claims that the pop star took his sunglasses in a hotel lobby after a Cleveland Cavaliers game on June 8th. Rodney then took a picture of Justin, and Justin took his phone to delete the photo. Then the singer and his bodyguard punched Rodney in the head 3 times and until he wrestled Justin to the ground to restrain him. Rodney admitted before the scuffle the two had enjoyed a drink together at the hotel bar. Why file a police report now? Just 8 months ago that happened? That's a long time ago. Why now are you coming out and doing all this?
Sometimes people don't really know what their rights are. Like, sometimes you find yourself in a situation where something's happened to you that you know isn't right, but you don't know who to go to. You don't know the next steps to take. I mean, of course, we would be like, oh, go to the police. But I had something happen to me personally on an airplane that was so horrible that I couldn't even believe would have happened to me. I was in denial about it for about 3 to 4 weeks until everyone in my life was like, Erin, are you kidding me? This is ridiculous. I need you to look at this situation again. And then even still, I was like, well, I don't know what to do. Like, what do I do? Do I go and like sue this person? Do I have the resources to do that? How much money is that gonna cost me? So he might have needed to get some counsel, get some advice from people.
But after that time does pass, doesn't that make your case not as great because time has passed and you don't maybe have the evidence that you need or the ongoers that are there?
Yeah,
I feel like after 8 months, it's kind of like you don't really have your story down.
Yeah, or maybe it took him that long to track down surveillance footage or whatever.
True.
There is like a statute of limitations for something like this that you can actually sue someone for. So legally, he has the right to sue whoever he wants within that time frame, and usually it's pretty long. But who knows? Justin Bieber has been known to be kind of rowdy at these events. We've seen the footage. It does look like he was, very defensive and aggressive. So who knows what's gonna happen? I guess that's why judges make a lot of money and we don't. They make important decisions and we don't. So we've been waiting for this moment all week, actually all month I have been, because it's been over a year since we've heard new Selena Gomez music, and she just released her new song with Kygo called It Ain't Me, and it is really good. So in this song, Selena's second revival sees her teaming up with DJ and producer Kygo for a brand new EDM track. The track is a little dark and it's all about moving on from a toxic relationship, something that we all know Selena knows a thing or two about. And while the subject matter seems like it could be familiar for Selena, it does sound totally new. one of the lyrics in the song is like, you know, who's gonna pick you up from the bar when you're all alone in the morning and drive you home? It ain't me. Why was it ever you to begin with? Like, why are you picking someone up? Ladies, this should not be normal. Like this, almost the song makes me feel like, oh, you should be taking care of your man like this. No, if your man is drunk alone without you and calls you to pick him up in the morning, that relationship should be done.
I mean, there's some circumstances where like your husband's maybe out with, or boyfriend's out with some friends, had a couple of drinks, and why not call your girl versus like an Uber or someone else at the party?
Listen to that question. Why not? If I have to get out of my bed in the morning to come pick you up when there's an Uber and a taxi cab.
No, it's called ride or die, Erin. You gotta be there for your man.
I'd rather ride or sleep, and the sleep part is the part that I'd be focusing on. But anyway, this song is really good though. I like it, and I think it has a lot of moments where Selena probably related to it a lot.
Yes.
Specifically, at one point, Selena sings, "I had a dream. We were back to 17, which is kind of about the time that she and Justin were dating. And she also says, I'll take with me the Polaroids and the memories, but you know I'm gonna leave behind the worst of us." I don't know, I think the song's about Justin Bieber. What do you think?
You know, I know people hate when we put the two of them together.
I mean,
like, it's not always about Justin, but honestly, I feel like after hearing these lyrics that it does have a lot to do with her past. And as you guys know, she's moving on with The Weeknd, and I feel like she's just getting all of that out.
I mean, it definitely doesn't have anything to do with The Weeknd.
No.
That's for sure.
No. Okay, like I told you guys before, Camila is finally speaking out very candidly about leaving Fifth Harmony, and she goes into detail. So she starts off by saying, the easiest route would be to shut my mouth, sing the songs, wear the clothes, and keep going, you know? I mean, we're at that peak of our careers. It's definitely not the safe option. Camila would sneak into her hotel room to write music and sing into the toilet. She said, I would wake up super early, get off the bus, go to the hotel, put the TV on super loud. I didn't want people to hear me effing yelling. Then go into the bathroom, put my laptop on the toilet, and sit on the floor and write all day. And then when the interview asked her, when did the relationship between you and the girls start to change, she said, I don't know, I was always super open that I couldn't just sing other people's words and be totally happy with that. You have to follow and honor that inner voice. I always encourage the girl to do the same. And then she was asked, have you been in touch with anyone in Fifth Harmony since that all went down? And she said, no. And then they asked her, have you reached out directly? And she said, I did, yeah. I don't want to get into the details of that because it was really intense and it's hard for me to talk about it. It makes me sad. This is kind of hard to hear. I think when any group separates, you want to hope it is the best for both sides, but
yeah.
It seems like Camila was going through a lot when she was in the group and that she just wasn't really happy. And you have to respect that the fact that she's moving on because it's making her happy. As much as we hate it because we love them together,
yeah,
you can't be mad at her for making that decision.
And also her contract was up, so it was her legal right to leave when she left. And I don't know, I feel like you've gotta, I don't think everything in life should be easy. And I think a lot of times we tell this story of like, oh, if it's hard, if it doesn't feel right, then you shouldn't do it. I don't always agree with that, but it seems like Camila really stuck it out and tried and tried and tried to make it work with the girls, and the chemistry just wasn't there. And sometimes you just cannot force chemistry. Trust me, I know about this. So good for her for sticking it out. I'm sure it was a challenge, but now she has a lot of source material to pull from to write her new album, which is the most important part of all of this. Okay, so we're gonna move on from some Camila news to some Kesha news. This is something we haven't talked about recently. Some new updates have emerged regarding her lawsuit against Dr. Luke, and this time it's pretty sad. So some new emails have emerged from 2012 that show Dr. Luke basically body shaming Kesha to other people in the company. So Dr. Luke emailed Kesha's manager, Monica Cornea, a link to an article titled "Global Weight Gain is Worse Than Increasing Population." Monica responded a half hour later writing, "She was crying on the way home, FYI, just for you." Then he responded, "We get concerned when she is breaking her diet plan. We have seen it happen multiple times, almost every day. It is also double concerning with the A-list songwriters and producers are reluctant to give Kesha their songs because of her weight." Monica responded, "She is working really hard, and to get in trouble for drinking a Diet Coke and called out in front of the whole room when she's not there is not okay. So this is crazy, and sadly, I think more emails like this happen behind the scenes at companies than any of us want to admit.
Yeah.
But at least it's making its way to the surface, and we can really call Dr. Luke out because this sucks so bad, and he has responded, you guys. He responded via his lawyer saying that all of these emails were taken out of context, saying, Kesha and her attorneys continue to mislead by refusing to disclose the larger record of evidence showing the bad faith of Kesha Siebert and her representatives, which is greatly damaging to them.
How can you take that out of context? Like, just the title alone is completely rude.
Yeah.
And whether or not she's not following this diet plan, the way he went about it was rude. Whether, you know, this is what she agreed to or not, you don't have to say it in that way and in front of a whole entire room. That's just demeaning.
It is. It just goes to show that they don't really care about the people, the person. They just care about the talent, and they want to brand you and market you, and that's all they care about, making money at the end of the day, and it's really sad. The lawyer also claims that Dr. Luke was there to support Kesha's own concerns over her weight, saying that she wanted to lose weight, and then Kesha's attorneys are currently still trying to free Kesha from 2 record contracts that were signed with Dr. Luke. So this is a still ongoing case. I don't think we're gonna have a solution or resolution to this for a long time, but you know, it's really sad. It goes to show what you see in Hollywood, in entertainment, on Instagram may look like it's cool and aspirational, but behind the scenes, it may not be what you think it is. All right, I have to know, because this story is so crazy, what do you think of these emails that have come to the surface from Dr. Luke about Kesha? Do you think it's body shaming? Do you think it's justified? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, and I want to know what you guys thought about Camila's interview and how real and raw she got. Were you expecting her to say that about the group? Let me know what your thoughts.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching this show today.
Yeah.
We will see you back here tomorrow.
Bye.
Click love to see what Selena and The Weeknd did on Valentine's Day.
Or you can always click right to see Adele turning down a chance to sing with Beyonce at the Grammys.
This episode is brought to you by Intuit TurboTax with live on-demand help when you need it. Relax, there's TurboTax.